For right now.
ਮੈਂ ਕਿ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਚੀਜ਼ਾਂ ਦਾ ਫਾਇਦਾ ਹੈਗਾ ਬਟ ਕੀ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਜਦੋਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਆਪ ਸਟੈਬਲਿਸ਼ ਹੋ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਹੋ उसको मैं जानता हूँ सेटअप करना है फिर ਜਿਹੜੇ ਰੀਜਨ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਨਾਲ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਆ ਲਾਈਕ ਬੈਂਡ ਲਾਈਕ ਕਿੰਜ ਦੇ ਸਾਡੀ ਸਾਡੇ ਕੋਲ ਸਟੈਬਲਿਸ਼ ਹੋ ਗਿਆ ਆਪਾਂ ਸਾਡੀ ਟੀਮ
You should just do it, and then I can be your accountability partner.
Just do it by myself.
Yeah.
ਇਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਛੱਡ ਕੇ ਤਾਂ ਫੀਸ
So it's every it's due by
ਮੈਂ ਕਿ
Thursday.
ਕੁਝ ਹੱਸ
And then, otherwise, you get kicked out. I almost got kicked out last week. I almost did not do all the activities this far. Very, very good.
Like end of the day, he might regard that he has to be one.
Under marketing?
I mean, depends. I depend on that.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I didn't do it. I have not recorded any.
ਉਹਨੇ ਆਪਣੇ ਲੈਵਲ ਤੇ ਸਭ ਮੈਂ
Did you get an editor? Are you getting an editor? You're gonna edit yourself.
But you need the team don't call
Yeah.
ਉਹਦੇ ਚ ਐਟਲੀਸਟ ਵੀ ਕਰ ਦਿੰਦੇ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਇਹ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਭਾਜੜ ਹੈ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਮੈਂ ਚਾਹੁੰਦਾ ਵੀ ਹੌਲੀ ਹੌਲੀ ਚੱਲਦਾ ਰਹੇ ਨਾ ਕਿ ਇੱਕ ਘਰ ਉਹਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਪ੍ਰੈਕਟਿਸ ਹੋ ਕਰਨਾ ਹੈ ਆਪਾਂ ਨੰਬਰ
Welcome. Congratulations. Finally, you're off your task.
Come on, Joe, get it together.
Okay.
She says it's not.
Hi, Eddie. Good morning.
How are you? Do you want me up here?
So what's
Do you want me up here for your game show or not?
Sure.
Finish all your
Yeah, no, not yet.
graduation for your mentor program.
All right, you just tell me
No,
when
you're
you're
off.
ready for your game show. I'm gonna drink my coffee.
Hiya. How you doing?
How are you?
Good to see you.
Good.
Sharing that intro.
Are we showing a video for the
How long was it?
a minute?
Yeah, good.
This is QR code.
Oh, well then now.
We'll find out.
Okay. It's 11:01. Good morning. Good morning.
Hello.
How we doing? Oh, Aziz, I didn't see you here. How are you? Happy Tuesday, everybody. Hope you're all doing well. We want to get started here today. How we all doing?
I want to hear some. So many of
Yeah.
us have been together for the last 2 hours,
Yeah.
doing Legion, practicing conversations, getting to know each other better. So I'm curious for some takeaways from Legion time. Any wins? Any great conversations? Anyone wants to share? All right. Well, I had one conversation, 6 dials, one conversation with a past client, and we're working with our wives to schedule a dinner together. So that's what we're working on. Yep. Yeah.
That was my takeaway. I'm making this call, and usually the people I want to call are clients, but they want to meet. I'm like, okay, so it's a call, but I also commitment to meet them and put them on the calendar. So it's more than just a call.
Yeah. Yeah. And is it a social meeting or is it a real estate meeting?
Well, usually it's
Okay,
both.
great.
Yeah.
So it's an appointment. Yeah.
But you have to think, okay, I'm not just making a call, I have to commit and.
Right. What is the next step that we're aiming for? Absolutely. Awesome. All right. Any other wins from our time together? Yeah.
More social, but agree to meet.
Awesome. Okay. I mean, those are important too. The more social leaning ones, because those are where referrals come from. With people that like you and want to be with you, they're pretty likely to send you business if you know how to ask for it in a way that isn't gross, off-putting. Yeah. Yep. Cool. Anything else? Yes, Aziz.
I want to add something. I wasn't here for Legion or anything, but I want to tell you my experience. I don't usually cold call at all. But about a year and a half ago, I had a client, he was looking for a property, so I called property. I called, I think 5 or 6 of them. One of them said, I don't wanna sell right now, but maybe later. That was a year and a half ago. Now we have that listing. I kept up with him. The $3.6 million property, and we have a couple of offers right now. So it works.
Yeah, I love that. And how did you keep in touch with it? Did you take notes? Do you have a drip campaign, or did you?
No drip campaign, however, I stayed in touch with him by phone.
Okay.
First thing I did was, it was a liquor store, so even when he said, I'm not ready to sell, I went there face to face, meet with him.
Okay.
And then stayed in touch with him by phone.
Yeah. Oh, that fortune's in the follow-up. So never, always take notes, always remember who you're speaking with, and always follow up. That's huge, especially in our role here.
Awesome.
Love that.
All right. Anything else? Wins, takeaways? Yeah.
I did cold calling last year, and this year I started doing door knock. And I stopped cold calling because I thought, oh, it's not working for me. But it has restored my faith in cold calling this year, because throughout the entire year, I got one transaction from cold calling, and from that transaction, we're doing probably the fourth deal.
Yeah.
Just from the referral, you know. We got a buyer, it was a double-ended, and that buyer referred to more clients. So possibly this year, before. So, yes, all of that fell in place in the last 3 months or so. But for the entire year, I was like, man, this is not working, but I kept doing it. But even one transaction has resulted into one.
Yeah. Cool. Thank you for sharing. Yeah, that is awesome. That is awesome.
It's a win.
And that's how it works when we're serving effectively. One deal turns into 2 more, which turns into 4 more.
Steve can preach that.
Yeah, he's drawn it on the board before,
Yeah.
a whole channel of what happens when you close a deal effectively. And that's how I started my career.
Yeah.
A single house led to my first 13 deals, one way or another. Some from the open houses, some from referrals from people I met. So, yeah, do it effectively, and business, what do you say, spreads
Mhm.
exponentially. All right, what we did this morning, worth it? Should we do it again?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
Okay, cool, awesome. And for those that weren't there, keep a lookout for an invite for the next one. All right, let's get rolling. We don't have a video here. Okay, so you want to speak to Procasa?
I mean, yeah, Procasa is an in-house platform that KW Advisors is actually creating, and we are launching here very soon. Right now, the first step of the launch is the social media part of it. Right now, you can do a free trial for 30 days, but please scan these QR codes, because you'll be able to see in real time what the capabilities of this platform can do for you. It's essentially autonomous, but it's not like the basic things that you guys are seeing out there right now. It's a little more high-end, and you can customize it specifically so it doesn't seem a little too cliche. You can make it so that's a little bit more personal to who you are, which I absolutely love. And we will also be sending out emails as well, just in case you don't catch these QR codes. But be on standby for Procasa. It's absolutely amazing, and I think you guys are really gonna love it.
Yeah, so the big features are scheduling posts, picking posts from a library of pre-written content, as well as having access to an AI tool to help generate new content, including an open source library of images to go with your posts.
That are already licensed as well, so you don't have to worry about copyright or anything like that.
That's right. All right. Thanks, Eric. Oh, come on. Boop. There we go. All right, what do we have coming up? Today we have our ALC meeting at 1 o'clock. This is open to everyone to witness. We'll be masterminding around NAR settlement changes and
Touching on Mega Camp.
Yep.
And a few other items. So if you guys want to hear and listen to what we're talking about, please feel free to join in. Command with Danny Kyle.
Not April 23rd.
Yep. Not April 10th, next Tuesday at 2 o'clock.
Yeah, next Tuesday.
And then I have my book club tomorrow at 2:45. 2:45 to 3:30. Feel free to jump in. We're on, I think, our 8th chapter. So feel free to jump in, even if you haven't read up. It's a great way just to mastermind and talk.
Keller Williams family in Northern California. I am on my way back home to Los Angeles from Austin, Texas, being here all week at MegaCamp, speaking to thousands of our fellow KW agents across the nation, and I am getting so excited for next week. If you have not registered, you need to register today, but I'm coming to you. We're gonna do the morning session, Shift Happens, breaking records in any market. Do you think a lion stops chasing down a zebra because it stepped into a pile of shift? I said shift. No, because it's a hunter. Are you a hunter? With all these changes and everything going on, we're gonna dive deep into the 5 factors in being shift-proof and breaking records all the time. Then in the afternoon, we're gonna go into evolution of the virtual agent, where I'm gonna dive even deeper into the latest trends in everything online marketing, from video marketing, SEO, social media marketing, correctly leveraging AI to actually build your business. So it's a full day event. I'm super excited to be there. And if you haven't registered, register today because seats are limited. I'll see you guys next week.
Or this Thursday, actually. I did want to touch on this a little bit. I had the opportunity to actually see him live at MegaCamp last week on Tuesday. He was one of the 4 panelists out of all of KW that was actually up on stage to talk about social media. And it's very rare where we get somebody this big to come into a market center and have that one-on-one experience. So if you guys haven't registered already, I highly suggest it. He has over 1 million followers on Instagram, recognized by CNBC, Forbes, Bloomberg, ranked as one of the most influential agents in the real estate world. And he's out of the KW Advisors Brentwood office down in Southern California, and he's coming up to our office right here in our market center. So if you guys scan this QR code, you guys are gonna get a discount down from $5 to $5. It's gonna be a great event. We can only hold about 40 to 45 people in this room. So if you guys haven't already registered, do it now. We will have breakfast for you. We will have lunch for you. I know you guys are all food motivated. So get here, learn. He's absolutely amazing. I had the chance to meet him one-on-one as well. He's a great guy, and he's very informative too. One of the top producers in KW in general. So come by, speak with them. You're gonna learn a lot. If you're gonna come to one training the whole entire year, this is the one that I suggest to come to. And I'm excited to see him this Thursday, starting at 8:30 here in the office.
Okay. Thanks,
Please
Eric.
do not wait, register right now, so we can arrange for the food, otherwise we will not get food.
Yep.
After registration, no food.
Yeah. And there's flyers laying all around the office right now. If you guys didn't get the chance to scan the QR code right now, feel free to scan it on one of the flyers, and we can go from there.
Awesome. Thank you.
Steven, are you in here right
So
now?
he's around. I think he's in his office.
Okay.
So Steven's teaching. All right, Steven's teaching on commissions next week. That's his weekly class. Yep.
It's gonna be awesome, be there.
Oh,
You
yeah.
wanna understand how we get paid? We're gonna break it down for this office only. If you're not with the Fremont office, it's not relevant for you. This will not be recorded.
And to clarify, this is more about demands than it is NAR commission.
Absolutely.
Okay.
How to read your demands so you know you're getting paid.
Thank you. Alex and I are running a Wealth Mastermind on next Tuesday. It's going to be every 4th Tuesday of the month, right after our, wait, is that a team meeting week? Shoot. Well, 12:15, that's the time.
No, it's not a team.
Not a team meeting
Not a
week.
team
All right,
meeting.
12:15, 4th Tuesday, we'll be talking about wealth building. So join us.
RSVP.
Oh, Alex is RSVPing for his own class. Awesome. I hope you're there. All right, there's command again. Tuesdays at 2. All right.
Next Tuesday, if you guys know anybody that's trying to get into the industry, or they're curious and they just have their license, they don't know where to hang it, or just have questions, have them reach out to me. I love to speak with them. We do this on the last Tuesday of every single month, right here after hours for an hour. I get to have that in-person connection with them. So if you guys know of anybody, send them my way, or just have them RSVP themselves.
We learned this morning that the most likely occupation that will become a real estate agent or is interested in a real estate agent are your Uber drivers. This is true in my experience too. James Kastner from San Francisco was sharing this morning that every time he gets picked up from the office, they're like, "Oh, you're in real estate? I've been wanting to get in real estate." Every time. So it's been dozens of conversations. And every time real estate comes up, when I'm in an Uber, I hear the same thing. It's amazing. Anyway, so there's a great way to build your downline in our profit share system by talking to your Uber driver and then sending them
Yeah,
to.
and they don't even
Greenlight.
need to have their license to come to this either. And if they do want to get their license, we can send them to our partnered vendor who can get them anywhere from a 30 to a 40% discount for the online course.
Awesome. All right, Thursdays, we still have Thrive 75 Thrive going, 11, 12, 15. I took this Thursdays off because you should be here for Tony G instead. But next Thursday, we have Shannon Steer talking about Google Business. I see some pictures being taken.
And we're going to be showing this live at the office as well.
Sweet. All right, and then we've got on Friday the 30th, and that's next Friday.
We got Daniel Fleshman. For those of you guys who don't know who Daniel Fleshman was or is, he was one of Tony Robbins' coaches, and then about 3 or 4 years ago, he branched off and created his own coaching company. So right now, his focus is on sales and marketing. I had the chance to speak with him for about 15 minutes online, maybe 2 weeks ago, and he was phenomenal. And he's actually going to be doing this through Zoom here. So if you guys want to come in, mastermind, and do everything together, next Friday from 11 to 12:30.
So it's here on Zoom?
Here on the screen.
Okay.
Yep,
Thank you.
exactly.
Thanks for clarifying. Alrighty. We got Carl teaching about steering, good, bad, ugly.
Who here knows what steering is or doesn't know what steering? Who doesn't know what steering is? Let's raise their hands first. Does anybody here want to share what steering is?
Eddie will.
Bad man. Okay. So this is going to come as a surprise to some of you. But real estate has a checkered past. There are bad actors in the history of real estate who have steered clients towards properties that are more advantageous to them, the agent, that have violated fair housing laws in steering activities. Our job when we're working with real estate clients is to look for the best property that meets the needs of the client and to follow their directions. We have to stick away from steering them based on our own objectives, prejudices, and the like.
Sweet. Thank you. So Carl is teaching a class on it right here in person. It will also, it appears that it will also be available on Zoom, but if you can be here, be here. That's September 4th.
So what's good about steering?
Carl will
Carl's
tell you.
gonna explain that to you.
That's pretty much the bad news.
There you go.
Yep.
3 types of steering. That
How
you'll
to
get
stay
to
in
learn about.
compliance,
Yep.
and then the NAR lawsuit and how that will affect.
Sweet. And there's
Here's
the
the
link.
QR code, and Harshita will be sending out links as well, like always.
Sweet.
And then that following Wednesday, we have Amanda Hassan. For those of you who don't know who she is, she's one of the top agents out of KW Tri-Valley. We actually had the chance to hear her speak at the regional leadership meeting 2 weeks ago, and she focuses on social media as well. She mentioned that she gets about 70% of her deals directly from her social media. So she's absolutely amazing. She'll be here in office. This will not be on Zoom. So if you guys want to catch from one of the best, come here at 11 o'clock with Amanda.
Sweet. And we'll be able to talk about this in our next team meeting before
Yep.
this happens
Exactly.
as well. Oh, I'm sorry. Somebody's taking a picture.
Yeah.
People have questions, is it paid? No, this is free. right?
No, this is free. Yep.
All right. Photo. All right. Cool. Moving on. All right.
All right.
welcome.
We want to welcome a few people. If you want to stand up and kind of introduce yourself really quick to the office.
Hi everyone, yeah, I'm Karthik. I passed the license exam and I'm joining KW and I live in Fremont and I'm looking forward to working with everyone.
Welcome. Janet, I think you were here.
Janet,
yeah, there you are.
Right there.
My name is Janet, and I just joined last week. So I'm new to real estate and everything, but I hope to get to know everybody and work with you.
Awesome. Welcome. And
Jesse.
Hi everybody, and I just joined yesterday.
Welcome.
Jesse. All right, we got some cappers.
I thought you were introducing Pat. Is it?
Pat, welcome.
Welcome back to the office.
So we have a few people that have caps, meaning that they are earning 100% of their commission for the rest of their anniversary year. And Pat is one of them. Congratulations.
Pat.
And Johnny,
Johnny's one of them as well.
And
Steve. A lot of people tapping.
And Carl.
Carl.
Congratulations, everyone.
Yep.
Awesome.
Big wins coming in here.
Yeah. And we've got a PC graduate,
Where's
Alex.
Alex? I don't know if he's here.
I don't think he's here today.
But congrats, Alex, for graduating from PC program.
Yeah, he's
Amazing.
completed his 3 deals as part of the PC program and is now on his own. Out there
Not
selling
really,
his
though,
stuff.
but he's still got the support.
And he's closing his 4th deal, I think, this week.
Yep.
So he's on fire. Awesome. All right. We have a lot to talk about, so I'm going to kind of glaze over our market slides and make sure that, are you able to send them out to the office? Already gone out? You already have these. Okay. Cool. So if there's 1 or 2 takeaways that you want to share from what you're seeing, we've got actives in blue and pendings in orange. You see pendings are on a slight decline and actives seem to be on an upward trajectory. So what does that mean in short?
More supply.
More supply. Yep. And when you look at it in a historical context,
Very low.
it's more supply, but it's not a lot of supply. Yeah. Any other ahas, takeaways before we move on? Yes.
Why are the pending going down when they're more
Yeah.
inventory?
Great
That's a good
question.
question.
Why are pendings going down when there's more inventory?
Because interest rates are very high, buyers are scared and reluctant, they think rates are gonna go even lower, and they're waiting for that. And prices are still high, so they're backing off, and there's a lot of overpriced properties out there.
And it's August.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kids are going back to
Number
school.
one.
And it's August.
So some
Straight to the
seasonality
point.
as well. Yeah. Yep. And you see, it is normal. Like the year before. Actually, let's go back. The year before, let's see, August is right when we start to see our fall seasonality come into effect. So not too atypical. All right. And then we have Tri-Valley as well, kind of the same trend. Pendings slowing down, actives going up overall. So you have these in your email, so you can digest them, talk with your colleagues about how to talk to your clients about the data here, so they can be informed and you can help motivate them. Okay, cool. All right, we're gonna burn through listings, and I'm watching the time because we've got a lot of fun stuff to do. So let's
All right,
talk
as you
about
guys
some
know
coverages.
how you got it, why you
Listings are
want
fun.
it.
Listings are fun, it's true.
So
Serena,
they're not there. They're not here today. They're feeling unwell. But Serena and Darwin have a co-listing coming up in Alameda. 995, 4-bedroom, 2.5 bath, 1,600 square feet. Reach out to them.
That's both of their first listings,
Yep,
right?
exactly.
Awesome. So working
Yeah,
together.
yeah, for them.
Yeah.
Is Tina here?
No.
She is not, but she has one in Fremont.
We'll work on the photo. for
3-bed,
that.
2-bath. Another one in San Francisco, 1-bed, 1-bath studio. Or not
For
studio,
free, no
but
price.
apartment. Natasha, I know you're here. Do you want to touch a little bit about yours?
Yes, so we are currently in the process of completely renovating this single family home. It is due to come on the market on the 28th of this month. I do not have the list price right now. I honestly have to do updates to my home valuations. So,
Cool. Where'd you get it?
oh, Spear.
Sweet.
Sphere.
Thank you.
Wonderful.
Talk to your sphere.
This is from Spear also. This is planted right in Newark. It's lovely. It's we are currently renovating this one as well. Due to come on market on the 28th. Maybe priced between $7 and $7.25 on this one.
Sweet. Thank you.
Wonderful. And another one.
This is Oakland Hills, opposite of the Oakland Zoo. So this is a lovely home, Spear, also on this one. And the seller's looking to actually downsize. She bought this in 2021. So this is actually too big for her.
Is there a price on
This
that?
one's supposed to come on, we couldn't make it for the 28th, so we're actually prepping for the 30th of August. I was just told by our lovely home renovation manager that we may be pushed back till September 4th, and I do hope it is, because
Yeah.
we need, right now, we're just swamped for August 28th, so.
Do you have a price on that?
1.25. Why, you wanna buy it? You have it. Beautiful, Eddie.
All right, Crest Lane, where'd you get it? What do we want?
Oh, that's a database also. You know, it needs full renovations, it needs some cosmetic love, yet seller's only gonna do, painting and new flooring on this one. And this one is going to come on September 11th.
Investor friendly.
They're not gonna do as is. We have a situation where, well, as is, yes, I don't have the price just yet, so I will also do evaluation, because the goal for Friday, I'm going in there to talk to the sweet mother that's at 88. I want her to do some more renovations. She's kind of nervous. I've been living in this property for almost 50 years, you know, thinking cash flow with her. So we'll see. We're using free model on this one, by the way.
Love it.
So be great to kind of see what comes out of that. So first project for us, not with free model, but first trying to actually complete.
Gotcha. And for those of you who don't know who Free Model is, they're one of our partnered businesses who actually come in and renovate the home at no upfront cost, and they take their payment at close of escrow. As long as your seller has equity in the home, they're not going to have to pay anything out of pocket up front, which is a great way to get renovation going.
Yeah. Awesome, thank you.
Hans
is here.
Yay, he's lead generating.
So, yeah, he's lead generating. He has one in Foster City, 1488888. 3-bed, 2-bath. Reach out to Hans for more information. It looks beautiful.
Foster City, all right. Oh, okay, cool. We get to shift gears and have some fun. Are you guys okay having fun?
No.
No?
Yes.
All right.
Is money involved?
Technically, yes.
Well, we've got some
Sort of,
free
ish.
What's happening? Why isn't it on the screen?
We're not gonna be filming anyway.
So Joe, do we have a brand new topic? I'm so relieved. I'm so tired of
What do you
we've been
think our
talking
brand new
about for-
topic is?
Oh, it's the same old shift.
Get it?
We're going to talk about, we're going to attack the commission's conversation from a different angle today.
So everyone get out your phones and scan this QR code. This is
We're playing a little
interactive.
game here, and you
Yeah.
guys get a chance to win a free ticket to Tony G on Thursday if you guys get any of these correctly.
And yeah, and maybe we have some fat candy bars, don't we? We could throw them at people's heads too. I'm just really about throwing candy at people's heads.
Ooh, could I? No, kidding.
All right, let's see what we got here. So yeah, this is required. Everyone, get out your phone, scan the thing. You should see.
We got 5 people in there right now. It looks like only 5.
I gotta figure out.
6.
Yeah, I get
7, 8, 9. I know we got at least 20 people in here. Let's get that number up to 20.
Well, those are likes. That's not necessarily everyone who's in the
okay.
thing.
Well, still, maybe 20 likes.
Only 13 people like what we're doing today.
Who are the crazy 13 people?
All right. So the instructions will stay at the top. If you didn't get in there, you just go to menti.com and use that code that will stay at the top to get in. So what we're gonna do a little trivia. We're gonna do a little bit of where we are mindset-wise as far as this whole NAR settlement thing goes, and maybe answer some weird questions as well. Yes.
Is it what expected? It says waiting for the presenter.
That's me, yes.
Okay.
You're waiting for me to touch the next button.
Can I make a suggestion first?
Yeah.
I just realized that when Joe said the whole NAR commissions thing, I went like this. So what I would like everybody to do is a little bit of this.
Shake it off,
first,
shake it
right?
off.
We're moving through this. We're gonna come out the other end. You know, we're
It's gonna be
good.
great.
It's all good.
All right. So you're going to see some quiz questions. They're going to be timed. So when there's a timer, you got to answer the question on your phone. Everything's on your phone.
Yeah. You choose from a candy bar or ticket to Tony G.
Sweet. All right. So we're going to say, look at all those people and their cute emojis. Awesome. 17 players. There's more than 17.
22, 23, 24.
Okay, there we go.
That's good.
All right. So the first question is an interesting one.
8:30.
Answer it fast.
But there's two different
Do I
sessions.
have to press a button?
Answer fast.
If everyone on Earth played a single hand of poker, roughly how many would be dealt a royal flush?
An interesting first question. I don't even know the
Off
answer
light.
to that, and I love poker.
Oh my God.
Yeah, 10 seconds to pick an answer.
Test question.
Is it 1,
Warmed up.
100, 1,000, 10,000, 100,000, or a million? All right, most of you, oh, come on, last, okay. All right, 6 of you got the right answer. It's roughly 10,000, it's a little bit more.
I don't think I have this set up right, because I never got to answer.
Oh, okay. Refresh and we'll see if it works. So what does this tell us? There are how many people on Earth?
Oh, it's just I had the wrong, yeah.
There's 8 billion people on Earth, yeah? And the chance, do you know the probability of getting a royal flush?
Very, very low.
It's about 1 in 700,000. So let's call it 1 in a million. Let's round. So if there's something with a 1 in a million chance of happening, that happens to 10,000 people on this planet every day. Like, that's pretty cool. Pretty cool, I think. Pretty cool that like the hard things, the impossible things aren't that impossible. They're still happening. Anyway, a little bit of fun to get us going. Let's move on. There's all, look at the fast answerers. Cool, all right. Nicholas is winning.
Why didn't I think of that name?
Here's your next question. Please read the following. I understand the terms of the NAR settlement and how it impacts how I serve buyers. And how it impacts how I serve sellers.
Are we reading all 4 and then agreeing with the lot? or-
They'll see if you're
Okay.
if you get out your phone.
Oh, I'm sorry.
If you look at your phone, you will have a chance to rate. Wow.
I'm really just up here for eye candy, actually.
Okay, all right, so more answers are coming in. All right. Whoever submitted first was all 10s, though. That's pretty cool.
That was me.
Okay. Thank you, Pat.
We've listened to every class that he took.
All right.
I've been to so many classes.
So, if we're answering honestly, then that makes this broker very happy. Does everybody feel like they're really getting it? Is this, yeah? Good, all right.
Yeah, I mean, you
We
can
like
see
that.
some blips down here. Like there are some people that don't understand. Someone gave a 4 or something. There's a few 6s, but on average, we're at an 8, 9-ish, which I think is pretty awesome.
Yeah, we can work towards filling in the gap there.
And I guess
This
we'll
is
find
great.
out when we ask some more specific questions.
Yeah.
That's true. See if I'm still in town.
All right. Anybody else want to answer before we move on? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. Cool. All right. Next question. When I work with buyers, I will always sign an exclusive agreement. Always sign a non-exclusive agreement. Not sign any agreement at all. Be confused about what agreement to sign. Use agreements that make sense based on my unique relationship with each client.
Ooh, I like this. This is interesting.
Yeah, it is. It is. Okay. Oh, that's 24 or 25. Okay, cool. Well, that's pretty clear there. So most of you, or more than half of you, think that you're always going to go for an exclusive agreement. That's great.
There's one wrong answer.
Which one's
Can-
wrong?
Can we all shout out what the wrong answer is here? Any of these answers would have been
Not
perfectly
sign any
acceptable.
agreement.
Any of them would have been acceptable. It's all based on your kind of business model. There's one that is absolutely not available to us.
This one is not great either,
No,
but we can
that's
work through
okay.
it. Yeah,
That's
yeah,
okay.
yeah.
We can work through that. We
Yeah.
can talk about that. But the not signing any agreement is not an option. We just all need to understand that, right?
So, and it's awesome that, half of you are going straight for an exclusive agreement.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's fantastic.
Cool. All right. Should I attach a cooperating broker compensation agreement to my offer?
Doesn't exist.
Cooperating broker.
That's okay. I'll tell you what it stands for. CBC is a cooperating broker compensation agreement. All right,
what's?
well.
We just saw what it was, so you guys shouldn't answer that anymore.
Well, you still might not know what it actually does.
And we do
and
have
that's
the,
okay.
and Pat is correct that CAR has removed theirs, but if you've been paying attention to the emails and the conversations, we have a KWCBC.
So I said never because there isn't one in the CAR.
Okay, well, we have
same,
one, so,
anyway.
but that doesn't mean your answer was wrong.
All right, there's a few more people that need to answer.
You're not wrong, but I'm right.
I tried that other one, it didn't work.
Okay, well, there's still a few of you. Who's working on it? Okay, 3, 2, 1. All right, what's the right answer? Never.
Why is that? It's not because, Pat thought it was maybe because CAR got rid of their CBC. Does anybody else know why never is the answer? Yeah,
Because you're supposed to submit it before you ever write the contract.
that is correct.
Yes.
That is correct. You shouldn't be negotiating the cooperating broker commission if one is being offered with the offer. You should be doing it prior to the offer. Yeah, I can elaborate or not.
Yeah,
depending on
well,
time.
real quick, why is that?
So we have two paths that we can go down when we're trying to offset a buyer's obligation to pay a buyer's agent a commission.
Actually, I'll pause you there, because that might relate to the next question.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good. We're getting a little info.
But a CBC is an agreement between who?
A CBC is a broker-to-broker commitment. And that is something I'd like everybody to leave here today saying to themselves. CBC is broker-to-broker commitment. Because I keep getting calls saying, should I send this to my seller to sign or send this to my buyer to sign? Look at the document. Most of the people in this room are familiar with the old CBCs that we would use for situations when there was no commission offered. Look at the document, it has signatures for the agents. It's a binding agreement between two brokers. Presumably, the listing agent already has an agreement with their seller client to offer that commission, but the CBC is the thing that binds the two brokers to that agreement. The MLS used to be two things. The MLS commission used to be two things. It was an offering of commission and a commitment to commission. It wasn't just an offering that got taken away from us, it was the commitment broker to broker to commissions. Because as members of the National Association of Realtors and our local boards, we had a commitment to commissions. And we've lost that. So we need, when we know that there's a commission being offered, broker to broker, we need the commitment again. And that's what the CBC is for. But it shouldn't be done with the offer, it should be done prior to.
Just a quick CBC. So in the middle, you got broker, and on
That's
either
right.
side, commitment.
Cooperating and
Yes.
commitment. Yep, yes.
Commitment,
That's
broker
right.
commitment.
That's a good, that's a good way of thinking of it though. Good, yeah.
All right, our next question, that's for points. Here we go.
Answer fast, everybody.
What occupation did Pope Francis hold as a young man?
Junior Pope. That's my job.
Was he a bouncer, a tattoo artist, or a poker player?
What?
Is this actually good?
Yeah. I did my research, guys.
I didn't even know this.
A bouncer, a tattoo artist, or a pope?
Oh wow, pretty even, and it was a bouncer.
A bouncer?
Wow, I didn't know that.
Wow.
Bouncer for a nightclub.
I'm gonna call my 85-year-old Catholic mom today and ask her if she's got a perspective on that.
Uh-oh, my phone is ringing.
Dang.
And we'll take a look at this leaderboard at the end, and you guys will get your little prizes.
Sorry about the ringing, I can't turn it off. Okay.
Where's the loser?
Next question, are you ready? This one is real estate related, if I remember correctly. Can I offer a co-op commission? I wish I could mute it, I'm sorry.
I'm seeing so much nuance to this answer. Though. I didn't create this question, but
You reviewed it.
We'll go. I know I did. You're right. We'll go with that.
All right, 20 of you said yes, you can offer a co-op commission. Do you want to expand on
I'll
that?
expand on the reason that I
made.
made a joke about so much nuance as to whether it's yes or no. We, as agents, can offer a cooperative commitment if we have an agreement from a seller for us to offer that cooperative commitment, right? It's coming from the seller's proceeds. The seller is the one providing that cooperative commission. So if we have that agreement in advance, we can offer it. So the NAR settlement is very clear that, that CAR is, that the MLSs aren't gonna help us offer commissions. And CAR has been clear that they're backing away from cooperative commissions. But our attorneys have clearly stated that brokerages can make arrangements with their seller clients for a cooperative commission, and provided we follow certain guidelines, it can be offered to cooperative brokers. It can't be attached to the MLS. It shouldn't be on a sheet attached to the link on the MLS. It should stay separate from the MLS, and we should always refrain from any websites that are trying to kind of aggregate, would that be the right word there? Commissions. We can present them out ourselves from our own brokerage websites, from our own personal websites, property websites, et cetera, but we can't compile. That's the whole point, right, of or one of the points of the NAR lawsuit, right? This idea that we're a cabal trying to kind of inflate commission prices, et cetera, working together as separate brokerages to do evil or something. That was the whole point of the one of the points of the NAR dispute. So we, as individual brokerages, are allowed to advertise these commissions and offer them. Yep.
So I went on a listing in about 2 hours.
Yes.
Where's that form they have to sign?
Where's that form
To
that we have to
offer-
sign?
Is that one of my
I keep looking at the
questions?
listing agreement, it's not in there.
Correct,
So,
yeah.
so, it's on the portal.
Oh,
I
it's in
have
the
I have a
portal.
link to the documents that I can give you.
I
If
got
anybody
it.
hasn't gotten it through the emails and
I-
other things, just get in touch with me. I'll give you a link.
No, I
to it.
can find it if it's in the portal.
Awesome. So a related question, can you advertise a co-op commission on Disclosures.io if you're using that, or Glide if you use that to share disclosures? No, 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 says Alan.
Yes, yes.
Yes, yes, says a few people. This one isn't for points, so we can talk about it a little bit. The answer is nuanced. There isn't a clear answer. In short, though, if you're sharing the link on the MLS, the answer is no. You cannot advertise it in Disclosures.io. If you do not have the link on the MLS and you're sharing it directly via email or something, then you could, if you wanted to, have the co-op commission on Disclosures.io. Did I say that well enough?
Sounds good.
Okay,
Yeah, yep.
cool. So I would say the answer is usually no, because you probably want to share the link on the MLS. Cool. But if you don't, then 4 yeses is perfectly adequate. Alrighty, this one is for points. You guys ready? I don't remember
I
what's
lost my
next.
I don't either. Can't get back.
When I mark the 3G3 on the RPA, what am I asking for?
Do 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 do.
We talk about 3G3 all the time, which is why we don't need to hopefully explain it too much more.
So what are our choices? Cooperating broker compensation, the property to be delivered vacant, or a concession from the seller?
Yeah, and we're asking for a concession from the seller.
Yeah.
To cover the buyer's obligation to me,
No,
for
no, that's
example,
not it.
as their agent.
This is quiz day.
So it's not a cooperative compensation because it is not the broker sharing their commission with me. It is me me and my client asking the seller to take on my client's responsibility.
Back to John's very, very good point of cooperating broker is cooperating broker. It's broker, broker, cooperating broker. That's not what we're doing when we're marking the RPA. The RPA is always, always, always simply a conversation between the two principals, buyer and seller. The agent is not a party to the purchase agreement. 3G3 is on the purchase agreement. That is between buyer and seller. In essence, it's buyer asking seller to take over buyer's obligation in a previously executed buyer representation agreement. So it's the buyer asking the seller to take over an obligation the buyer has.
Awesome, thank you. Let's see how we're doing. Oh, it's blank.
Well, I had to re-sign back in, so.
Uh-oh, we are having issues.
Oh, man. That's
All right,
You're telling me.
Let's give it a second. Oh, okay. It's thinking about coming
Do you
up.
think
There
it's
we
the
go.
Do you think it's the survey thing talking about California Association of Realtors? We're having issues.
Red flag, red flag. All right, there we are. Stephen, Wilson, Alum, E.T. Who is E.T.?
Extra coaster on the room.
Well, I'm trying to put my name on there, but it's not working.
Oh, did
Oh,
as long as you guys know what you guys actually are, we'll get that situated.
All right, here we are. Maybe the last question, I forget. A listing agreement was signed prior to the car forms updates. What form would you use if the seller wants to continue to offer a co-op commission?
CBC, KWDM-LA, KWMT-LA. Again, this is for an old listing agreement.
Signed before July 24th. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay, signed on a form that was released before July 24th, so the old version.
The non-grid format.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's highlight the difference real quick between the DM, which is disclosure and modification of a listing agreement.
Yep.
And the MT, which is a modification of terms of a listing agreement.
So if you got a pen and paper, just remember that the DM part is disclosure and modification. What we're doing is we're disclosing all the changes to the real estate environment. We're disclosing the fact that this form, the listing agreement, has changed. We're disclosing and modifying the listing agreement, the outdated listing agreement. We're disclosing and modifying something outdated, DMLA. So that's for the old forms. KWMTLA, the KW modification of the listing agreement is going forward. So anytime we take a listing agreement to our seller client and it's the new car listing agreement, that new car listing agreement is going to be without a cooperative broker offering. If our seller client wants us to offer the cooperative broker a commission, we are going to bring this KWMTLA, this KW modification with us going into the future to add a commission. Does that make sense?
I think we're spoiled because when you download it from the portal, you put old on it so that we know the difference.
I did that.
Yes, that's why I said, we're spoiled when you go to the portal, you know which one to use because it says.
Old listing.
Old
New
listing.
listing.
Yes.
Yeah, very cool.
Yep.
Okay.
All right.
Cool. All right.
That's the distinction there.
Let's see how we're doing here. Oh boy. Janet, nice. And reshuffle. Boop.
Wow.
All right.
So is that the last question?
That's the last quiz question.
So the top 8, or you guys get a choice.
Actually, I might have one
Is there one more?
Let's find out. Oh no. Okay. Cool.
All right. So you guys get a choice between a ticket to Thursday's event or some candy. So the top, or actually, I think we have 1, 2.
Janet and Alam tied for fastest.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Everyone
6,
on that
7.
list.
Yeah, everybody on that list will. Would all of you guys want a ticket to Thursday, or would you guys all want candy instead?
You don't have to.
I know.
Take the same thing.
I know, yeah. It's your choice. So, if your guys' name is on there, let's get you to Rachel after this, and then she will hand you a little coupon for Tony G for you guys to bring on Thursday, or she'll give you some candy if that's what you want.
Brand the Broken.
I know.
Who's
What?
Brand the Broken?
There's 24 in total,
That's
and these are the
great.
top people on the leaderboard.
I'm gonna go sit down. I'm gonna sit down.
Yeah, sure.
I'm gonna sit down.
Because you belong down there.
Dang, I'm 23.
Oh.
Really?
Wait, so who was Brand the Broken?
Hey, Diana.
Hey, who's Brand the Broken?
Yeah.
Who's ET?
Because I know I answered a lot of.
E.T. was John.
ET John. Who's Brand the Broken? Say,
You said first 10?
First 8.
this
On this
whole entire leaderboard gets tickets to
I almost like to
Thursday.
be number 24.
Who's Brand? Tony G O'Donnell, coming in for that all-day training from 8:30 to 4:30.
This is the best.
So, wow, we're doing great. Yeah, I agree. This was a lot of fun to put together. Cool. So let's talk about a new resource that.
Joe, can I ask a question?
Yep.
How are we supposed to use that Pope fact with our clients?
I'm sad that it seems that I might have accidentally deleted another quiz question, which was the world record holder for eating live worms in a minute or something. How many did that person eat?
Oh my god.
It was a lot.
Billion?
No, it wasn't
No,
that
I know
many.
the answer, too many.
Too many.
Yeah.
Too many. All the options were too many. It was 62. That
Oh
is
my god.
a lot of live worms to ingest. So how do you use the Pope Francis one? Oh yeah, Alan.
I want to, Eddie, to talk about the fines that are for not following the rules.
Oh, is it?
On Facebook, some agents have said they have already been fined $2,500.
Oh, yeah,
And
or
if you
5,000.
repeat, then their license could be.
If you haven't signed on to the MLS yet today,
Do it.
when you will, there will be a pop-up that will talk about 3 different fine scenarios.
Yep.
And one of them is you can't say anything about compensation in the MLS, anywhere.
Absolutely.
Private
Secret remarks,
remarks, no.
an attached IO that's got it in, you can't say anything. If you do, it's gonna cost you $500.
The first time.
And
The
on
first
past
time.
listings too, so
The
they're
first
checking
time.
pendings too. So
Yeah,
go back
so-
and make sure
so
on your pendings.
Go on the MLS, open it up, read those fines, and pay attention, because they're expensive.
Yeah.
$2,500.
Yep. So, news, oh, I'm sorry, back to the Pope.
Yeah.
Why is the Pope relevant? I don't know.
Because we're gonna need his blessing.
Might need his blessing. All right, so KW released a new tool for
Yep.
us.
Yesterday, actually.
All about how to thrive in this new environment. So this is what the homepage at the very top of this page looks like. Change is inevitable. Whatever the market brings you, you have the answers you need to win in this moment.
And as you scroll down, there's so many one-on-ones that are specific to the cases that we're going through right now. The case for the buyer consultation, seller role play, be a professional, not an amateur. All these people were agents, from what I know, that were at MegaCamp. If you keep on scrolling down, there's actually 2 different panels that are highlighted as well, where you can watch the whole entire portion. So we got these links yesterday, and we will be sending these out either by the end of the day today or early tomorrow morning for you guys to use at your convenience.
Yeah, you actually already received it from KWRI.
Okay.
You may be unsubscribed or it might be in your spam, but they sent it out yesterday morning.
Okay.
And I'm about to share a QR code so you can get it right now.
Wonderful.
So yeah, lots of resources available presenting a lot of different arguments. One is just how to buckle down and do your business and move through the noise, essentially. So lots of that sort of stuff. So here's your QR code, or you can just memorize it, thrive.kw.com/agent resources.
And we will also send it out to you via email too.
Yeah. So lots of great stuff available on there.
And in that email, there will actually be another link to a Google Drive that will have a lot of one-pagers for you as well, for you to follow in your business. So be on the lookout for that as well.
Yeah. Did I say the answer to the worms question?
No.
Yeah, you said 60 something.
Oh, okay, yeah, 62. Okay, okay, cool.
62.
Okay. All right. Still got people scanning. Sweet. All right. So if you had to re-answer that very first question, how are you feeling? Do you understand how the settlement impacts how you serve buyers and sellers? Do you understand where opportunity is? Has anyone shifted in a positive direction? Would you give a different answer now? Eddie would.
I'm starting to shift, yeah.
Okay.
Starting to shift.
Tell me why.
I'm not happy with the NARC settlement, right? So I'm not shifting into some change of feeling about us having to redo the way we do business. But my attitude is starting to change as week by week passes and agents are kind of starting to adapt and get it. And I feel like, you know what? We're gonna get over this blip in a couple of months probably, where we're gonna understand how this works and it's gonna be like it never happened. Because we're just gonna be doing business as usual. We're gonna understand how business works in this new climate. I'm just starting to feel more encouraged that this is just something that we're gonna get through.
Yeah. On our call this morning, you mentioned a few other things that happened in the recent history of real estate that felt like the world was ending.
Yeah, so short sales and REOs and COVID, and we get hit by things, and Mike Putnam brought up another good one, and
The TRID.
TRID.
Remember when that came out?
Yeah, exactly, yeah, and
The
the closing demand, the closing disclosures and all of the rest in lending.
Yeah.
We get hit sometimes in real estate. This probably happens every several years. We get hit by a curveball and we adjust. And real estate agents are a pretty smart group, except for the ones that aren't. But we're pretty smart. We're a pretty smart group, and we find ways to comply and run successful businesses. And we've done it over and over again. it's just kind of occurring to me that we're just in one of those blips again, and we're gonna get past it and thrive.
Awesome.
We just have to get used to it and keep learning all the forms and the procedures and all that.
Best practices are gonna kind of rise to the surface too. That's what I keep thinking. I keep thinking, you know, we're gonna watch the, you know, the excellent realtors around us and the excellent realtors in this room, and we're gonna find really good ways to serve our clients, to make sure that we're paid appropriately and to be compliant. And we're gonna see it, and we're gonna put things into practice as we see it working successfully.
Yeah, and this is, sorry.
Question, this is like kind of going, something that Steve mentioned during our retreat, you know, like way back in the day, you know, of course, you know, they only had the information, and then of course Zillow and Redfin popped up and we have so much information. So I'm just wondering, like, did they have an MLS, like, kind of a system back then too that would?
They had big books.
What
They were
books that would tell you what the commission was, what was shared?
They would deliver big books to the front. This is before my time in real estate, but it's amazing. You would have to go through a shared book to find out what commissions were.
I used to be a bank manager, and one of my customers who was a real estate agent was in the bank one day, and he left this book behind him. Forgot this book. So I was looking through this thing, and I said, oh, that's where all the information.
Steve's got one back here for Southern Alameda.
Because, I mean, I'm thinking, like, what did they do back then?
Without the internet.
With the internet, you know?
Mostly 6%.
We got, every day, we got a hot sheet with everything
Big book.
delivered to the office. Every day the association will deliver a hot sheet.
Oh my God, yeah.
And this would come out like every 2 weeks. This was like March 18th.
Every day they would send you all that.
It just occurs to me too that there are probably agents in this room who I would think there are a couple people maybe that who dealt with 18% interest rates and things like that, right? So I'm just bringing that up because we managed to continue doing business. We find ways to do business through difficult times.
I was a buyer in that 18%.
Yeah.
Well, it
You know,
becomes.
again, in my banking days, we used to pay for certificates of deposit 21%. If you had a certificate of deposit of $100,000. Can you imagine putting $100,000 in the bank and making 21,000 over a year? Not a bad deal. But at the same time, we were charging 18% on mortgages.
Wow. Yeah.
I bet there was a lot of self-financing.
Yes, we did. Well, and you remember, loans used to be pretty much assumable.
Yeah.
So we went through a long period where when a house changed hands, the buyer assumed the other person's loan. Because rates were rising, they could get in that loan at a good rate. And then, of course, there used to be a savings and loan industry, which is gone now. And a lot of you don't know what the heck it is, or was. But anyway.
Yeah.
And
It's all
Steve-
relative.
Yeah.
When the loans were 16.5 to 18%, the maximum loan was $98,000.
Well, but home prices were lower too.
A little bit lower.
Income was low.
Good old days.
18% wasn't ideal, and people worked it out.
Yeah.
And I know Steve is going to remember that when the internet came along, oh my God, nobody's gonna need realtors anymore. The whole realtor
ATM machines.
profession will disappear because it's all on the internet now.
Let me take that opportunity to jump off of John's point for a second and talk about a conversation I had with Natasha earlier. She's still here? I don't know if she's.
She had a point.
Natasha was telling me about all this work she's doing for a buyer to get to the bottom of the sewer lateral issue in Kester Valley. She's got neighboring, she's got a lateral that runs through multiple properties, and she's got to do door knocking to talk to other neighbors, and she's really making it happen. And I was thinking, these are the stories that we need to bring to the table in our buyer consultations. If you're wondering as a buyer's agent if you have value, you do. You have a lot of value, and you're protecting your clients. And good agents, you know, be a good agent who knows what they're worth. And come with stories like Natasha's just really killing it, protecting her client, right? And I think everybody in this room has got something like that, or most of the people in this room have that story where they really, really showed up for their client. We need to be prepared with our value.
Well, you all have the story now. You just heard it. Like we are a team. Like, we get to use each other's stories. So if you don't have one of your own, you now have Natasha's story of how she kicked butt for a buyer.
She's got an investigation contingency in place, and she's gonna get to the bottom of how to get this sewer lateral in compliant condition, even though there are multiple hurdles and a lot of different parties that she's gotta reach out to. That's what we do every day. That's why we get paid the big bucks, because we're taking care of our people.
Yep.
So,
Yep. And that was a big part of our conversation this morning around telling stories and how to have an emotional appeal. Besides the facts, like I do this, I do this, I do this. How do we create an emotional connection with our clients, potential clients, whatever they are, to show them what we do through an emotional story. And I can only imagine how Natasha's clients feel given that they're being taken care of in such a careful way.
yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So I guess we'll end with, we had a retreat this morning from 9 to 11. From my perspective, it went amazingly. I think we made about 100 calls together. We had great conversations about storytelling and dialogues. And I'm interested in doing it again. So I guess just looking for a show of hands, like, is that something we want to do again? Yeah.
9 in the morning?
Okay. It was 9 to 11.
Of course, 9 to 11, perfect.
What is that a
9 p.m.
We can do a nighttime one. And for those that weren't there, I think we created a really great energetic bond in this room, and I think we're all better for it. So if you missed this morning, I encourage you to keep a lookout for an invite to the next one. I think we're aiming for about a month from now.
Yeah.
So the third Tuesday in September, the 20th, if I remember correctly. So hope to see you all there. We'll bring it and be ready to pour in value and be productive together and get to know each other. All right. So with that, have an amazing Tuesday.
Thank you, everybody.
Yeah.
We'll see you guys on Thursday. If you guys plan on coming to Tony G, make sure to get Rachel for your free coupon if you guys are in the top 10.
Top 10, right?
Yeah.
Top 10.
Oh, I just paid for it.
I'm like, yes, I didn't have to be all uncomfortable. Joe?
You don't have to be.
I was like, no, we didn't get to.
Well, Stephen took your thunder a little bit too. I thought we were doing phone conversation dialogue.
I was like,
All right, let's but thank you for your openness.
Do we have the numbers if people were able to set appointments today?
We have phone calls, about 100. We have 2 people that said.
I have one more meeting. 2 more meetings.
Onboarding appointments.
Oh, and follow-up.